What's good, main eventers? We're back at it again with another episode of the main event. This time, we're going to be talking about the predictions and previews of AEW Revolution. It's your host, Kyrie Wrestling, and HBK, aka Dennis.
Hello, people.
So, what do you think the pay-per-view is going to be like tonight?
I see this pay-per-view as anticipating road to a new beginning and continuing their legacy.
I know this pay-per-view is going to be fire. I've been waiting on it for a good while. Probably like a good month or so. Like, honestly.
They got a whole bunch of stacked matches on there.
Oh, for you guys that are watching, like, when you come in, if you comment, just let us know who you are, and then we'll just give you a shout out. So I'm currently looking right now, pulling up the match card so we can go ahead and get into the first matchup. Where is it? AEW Revolution 2022. Okay, like, going over first, we're going to start off with the pre-show matches. Hook versus QT Marshall. Like, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I love Hook. Anyone that knows me knows my favorite wrestling style is technical wrestling and submissions. And Hook, he's just the embodiment of technical wrestling. He knows, he just gets it done. He's no nonsense. And he's over with the crowd. Like, it didn't take him long to get over with the crowd. He got over with the crowd, like, in his first match. And do you know how rare that is? Like, his t-shirts were selling out.
Yeah, I agree. I trained with the Nightmare Factory. Then trained with his father.
Yeah,
you could. Was going up there.
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell that Taz is his father. Like, he got that whole Taz vibe from when Taz was in ECW. Just like that no nonsense, I'm gonna choke you out and there's nothing you can do about it. That's how Taz was too. And the thing is, they're not the biggest wrestlers, but they'll choke out the biggest men. It's crazy. But as far as Hook versus QT Marshall goes, I got Hook winning that. They're building him up for something big, and I like the fact that they regulate him the Rampage to get more viewership on that show. I think is a smart move.
Yeah, I got Hook winning because I believe throughout the 2 months, his feud. Hello.
I was saying, what were we saying?
I was saying,
I was gonna let you finish.
I was saying I got Hook winning because throughout the 2 months, 3 months, how long their feud was, it's been a constant feud between them two, and him taking out every one of the factory people.
True. So, unanimous, Hook beats QT Marshall tonight.
Yep.
Moving on to the next match, we got Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander. I got Chris Statlander winning that. I mean, not Chris Statlander, I got Layla Hirsch winning that. Because, like, they're building her up as, like, building her heel character up.
Yeah, I got Layla winning. Layla Hirsch because it's basically like a rivalry between two former friends.
Yeah.
And
Or, like, you know, Chris Statlander could win. I'm picking Layla Hirsch in this, but, like, Chris Statlander, like, she's getting built up to She's being built up to be like a top contender for Jade Cargill in the AEW Women's Championship.
Yeah, I can see
the AEW TBS Championship. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say. The women's champion is Britt Baker.
Yep.
So I got Layla Hirsch winning that. And then like the third pre-show match is House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and then newly debuted Buddy Matthews, aka Buddy Murphy, versus Pac, Penta Oscuri, and Eric Redbeard, aka Eric Rowan from WWE. I got House of Black winning because they're building that heel stable up.
Yeah, for me, I got the House of Black. You got the team of Malachi Black, a good skill fighter.
Oh, Hector's in here? What's good, Hector? I haven't heard from you in a while, man.
Yeah, I got Malachi Black, one of the best strikers. Brody King, one of the best in New Japan. And then Buddy Matthews, which finally getting a chance to do his own thing. Then I like on this new side of this old side of Penta now.
Yeah. I can't pronounce Penta's new last name. He keeps changing his ring name up. It's crazy.
Yeah, what's the top? Like, I got Death Triangle in there.
I'm just gonna keep calling them Pentagon Jr. That was the original. I'm staying with it.
Yep, we'll stick with that too.
Then for the AEW TBS Championship, we got Jade Cargill versus Ty Conti. As much as I love Ty Conti, I don't think she's going to be winning this because they're building Jade Cargill up something big. Even though she's still a little inexperienced, that's just my personal opinion, but she does have potential to be a big star in AEW. Like, she definitely has the look. Just needs to season her in-ring skills a little more. But they're building her up pretty good. Like, they got the undefeated streak going. I'm excited to see what Jade can continue to do in the AEW Women's Division.
Yeah. Conti, wrestler.
Yeah, she's very talented.
Yeah. Like you said, she still got some work to do. Champs to deteriorate.
Yo, do you see this? Did Hook really just comment on our... I don't know if this is a burner account or what, but did Hook really just comment on our on our video? That would be so dope if he is. Hook, if this is you, we're huge fans. We love your in-ring style. I don't know if it's a burner account or not, but it's dope if you are commenting, and we're really excited. Wow, that's crazy. Hold on.
Okay.
If this is really Hook, hold on, wait a minute. I'm excited. Hope it's not a burner account. I'm gonna be upset if it's a burner account. I'm gonna be mad upset if it is. Give us a second, y'all. Anyway, we got time. I'll have time to check that later. But Hook, if this is you, wish you the best of luck tonight, man. You're very talented. And we're gonna buy your T-shirt too. But continuing on, what were we saying? You were talking about Ty Conti?
Yeah, I was saying she's a skilled wrestler, but championship material. Yeah.
Thanks, brother. Truly appreciate it. Nah, thank you, man. Thank you for keeping us entertained. You never know who's going to show up in the main event. That's crazy. Wow.
Yes. All right. Now we can talk about the HFO now.
The Hardy Factory Office, Andrade El Idolo, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting. About this match, I just think it's going to be your run-of-the-mill six-man tag team match. It could be entertaining because they definitely got the talent in there to entertain, but I've taken Darby Allin, Guevara, and Sting in this.
Even though the Hardy office on again, off again, Hardy walking out on him, but the Dark Sammy team that's able to with two good high fly icon.
Jeff Hardy will be the key to Bray Wyatt AEW debut at Double or Nothing. Yeah?
I can see that happening.
just imagine if Matt Hardy goes broken again, and then you get Brother Nero and Bray all in one stable. Do you know how much fire that would be?
I'd be fire right there.
Man, that'd be more lit than the Christmas tree. You already know. But yeah, Jeff Hardy already leaked that he's coming to AEW. So the quote Paul Heyman is not a prediction, it's a spoiler. So Jeff Hardy will be in AEW. We're more likely going to get a Hardy Boys reunion. But what I really would like to see is Jeff Hardy and CM Punk renew their rivalry. That would be dope because they had such a great rivalry back in 2009. Yeah, it was 2009, I believe.
Yeah, wasn't that the World Heavyweight Championship too?
Uh-huh. Brother Nero doesn't run without Bray Wyatt. Wow. But yeah, I would really love to see them reignite their feud. That would be so dope.
Yeah,
It'll be like Huh?
Yeah, shoot, I kind of wish Cody still in AEW.
What you say?
It's like kind of wish Cody still in AEW. All the matches.
Imagine Jeff Hardy do a promo on Punk, having him leave SmackDown. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. They're always making WWE references every chance they get. So whether it's a shot or it's just something they referenced in the past, I wouldn't put it past them to make that reference. To reference their previous feud. But back to the predictions. What were we saying about what was your prediction for the six-man tag, Dennis? What do you say?
I said.
Hello?
Hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. You went out for a second. What were we saying?
Yeah, I was saying I got Darby 2.
Okay. Man, let's go.
I guess you can go on John Moxley versus Daniel Bryanson now.
You mean Bryan Danielson? Daniel Bryan is dead.
Yeah, I'm used to saying his name now.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just messing with you. I get it. John Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. 1-on-1. To me, I think this is going to be the match that steals the show. because they're both world-class workers. And just let me just give a shout out to Bryan Danielson. He's been killing it ever since he got to AEW. He had that amazing 5-star match with Kenny Omega in his debut AEW match, and then he had that fun matchup on Rampage with Masaru Suzuki. It wasn't up to the Kenny Omega level, but it was still a great match. And then, of course, the 1 hour draw with Hangman Page, which has been his best match so far. His best match in AEW so far. Don't at me on that. Ladder match stealing the show cause of Swerve showing up. Possibly.
That's all I'd love to see. See Swerve pop up there.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, because how they did that on Swerve when he went to the main roster, that was wrong right there.
You talking about Isaiah Swerve Scott when he was in Hit Row and they never got off the ground on the main roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, them being released really had me tight.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't see the point of you drafting him up there, the main roster for him not to do anything.
Exactly. Like, come on now, make it make sense. But we're gonna get into that ladder match later. Also had word Finn Balor has been mentioned backstage lately. he just won the U.S. title. I don't think he's coming.
Now it's time for another chance in that match tonight. Jericho versus Kingston.
Wait, we never said our prediction for Moxley versus Danielson.
Oh, okay.
To me, I think Mox takes the win in this one to build the feud up, because then Bryan Danielson, he's going to be like, oh no, you didn't beat me, I beat myself, I want a rematch. It could be that type of dynamic. I got Mox taking this.
You can never go wrong with Mox.
You say you got Mox taking it too?
Yeah, I like both of them, their styles, but you can never go wrong with Mox. His sadistic side.
Facts. Next matchup, the three-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. This one has potential to be a show stealer too. Jurassic Express versus Redragon versus the Young Bucks. Man, like three best tag teams in AEW, not named FTR.
This match has 3 good teams. Jurassic Express that have been in the company for 3 years.
I'm happy they finally became tag team champions. I was waiting on that.
I haven't even became, because Jurassic Express working their way up a lot.
What were we saying?
Jungle Boy, which is a good competitor and head of a tag team competitor too.
Like my prediction. What were we saying?
You can go ahead.
Like my prediction for this matchup, like it's going to be Redragon and the Young Bucks. They're going to team up to take the beat down on Jurassic Express, and then they're going to eventually turn on each other, because you already know where we're heading to with the Elite. It's going to be the Elite versus Undisputed Era. You already know the vibes.
Yeah, I kind of seen that coming when Red Dragons Colorado.
Oh yeah, you already know the vibes. You're just waiting for Kenny Omega to heal up his injury, or like Young Bucks could be on the verge of winning it, and then Redragon, they steal the pin. Like, it's a lot you could do with this matchup. Or they could get in each other's way, and Jurassic Express could retain the tag team titles, because I think it'll be too soon for them to lose the tag titles, honestly.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna pick, huh?
Yeah, I got Jurassic Express winning because
Me too.
the way how Red Dragon and Young Bucks in the feud between them two.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have a clash between a world and then two top tier tag teams wrestling history
Oh yeah.
that's trying to become the face of the tag team division.
What they should do for tonight, I main event for one main event, Balor versus Ricochet. Yeah. IC versus United States title. Are you talking about like they unify the titles or? Oh wait, he said winner take all. I don't want them to unify both those titles, like because I want both those titles to stay separate because it gives more opportunities to the mid card wrestlers who are not competing for the world championship.
Yeah, I agree. I would like they both have their own singles competitive championship because when you look at both rosters, you have numerous. That's not even a word. Ladder, and like you said, we got two mid card wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, because aren't they unifying the world? They're unifying the WWE and Universal Championship at WrestleMania. So that's going to be like, okay, now the world title scene going to be a little bit more crowded. We're going to get into in a couple of weeks, we're going to get into who's winning the unification match. We do our WrestleMania predictions. Cough, cough, acknowledge your tribal chief. But,
yeah, but I'm hoping that they bring back if they do that, the world championship. I'm hoping.
I think we're getting Hardy Boys versus Redragon on Rampage main event soon. That'll be dope. That'll definitely be dope.
That's a dream match I would like to see right there.
But they're both professional wrestlers from different backgrounds. Prince Puma versus Prince Devitt. Yeah. I appreciate both their work before WWE. Because when I first got on the Ricochet, I was watching Lucha Underground. When he was known as Prince Puma, like you said. I caught one of that match that him and John Morrison had. Back then he was known as Johnny Mundo. But it was fire. And then as soon as I saw that match, I'm like, let me start looking more into this Prince Puma dude. And then I saw some of this stuff in PWG. And I was like, oh, okay. He would be great for WWE. If they signed him, he could be more than likely the next Rey Mysterio, and then WWE signed him. And when he was in NXT, he was being positioned as a big attraction. And then when he got to the main roster, although he started off good, he kind of fell down, and then he started slowly building himself back up. And I'm happy he became IC champion. But, moving on to the next matchup, we got Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. I just want to say I've been enjoying the promo battles between these guys.
Yeah, Jericho was endeavoring on the mic.
Chris Jericho, definitely. If Chris Jericho's not in your top 10 or top 5 greatest talkers of all time, then I don't even know if you're a real wrestling fan. Like, I said this many, many times before. I think to go to Shawn Michaels, but I'll be hard pressed to not have Chris Jericho as an honorable mention. I'll be hard pressed not to.
Yeah,
like
Jericho,
this. Go ahead.
I agree. Jericho is in my top 10 on promo, and when it comes to my top 10, Jericho is in the top 10 for sure.
Like when it comes to Chris Jericho, he's been 30 plus years in the game, and he still has a lot to give to wrestling. And he always keeps himself fresh. He always keeps his gimmicks fresh. Like every time he feels like he's getting a little stale, he'll change his character up, and he can get anything over. He can take the silliest gimmick. For example, he got scarves over, the word "it" over. He got a freaking clipboard over. Like, come on, who else but Jericho can do that?
You just made the list.
Exactly. Jericho just made the list of being one of the greatest of all time. Kingston wins. Yeah, I got Eddie Kingston winning because the main bulk of the build is Eddie Kingston's not on Chris Jericho's level. So this is going to be great character development for Eddie Kingston. Either he's going to beat him cleanly or he's just going to cheat to win. You never know with Eddie Kingston. He's just that unpredictable.
Yeah, I agree. I got Kingston winning because the build-up is basically Jericho basically found him as somebody that matters the most. So I got Kingston winning and him potentially in the near future challenging for either the TNT champion or the AEW.
And like speaking of Eddie Kingston, can we just talk? Speaking of promos, can we talk about how great of a talker Eddie Kingston is? He just comes off so raw and so realistic. It's like he's just intense. Like we haven't seen this much intensity in a long time. I guess it's due to the fact that he's from New York and he's got that New York accent. But I don't know. But yeah, whenever Kingston starts cutting a promo, I think Scarface cutting a wrestling promo. Like you hold on and you believe every word he says. Like if he says he's gonna slit your throat in the ring, he's gonna slit your throat in the ring. But I got Eddie Kingston winning this. Your prediction, Dennis?
Kingston.
Okay, bet.
I've been back when he been the leader of the DDC, I think so.
True.
And I watched in all companies so far.
Bet.
Now it's time for this the Face of Revolution ladder match now.
Time for the Face of Revolution ladder match. The one that Hook said is going to be a show stealer. We got Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks, Wardlow, and Christian Cage. And the winner gets a future match for the AEW TNT Championship. A lot of talent in this matchup. What really is interesting to me is it's not focused on the high flyers. It's focused on the big guys like Keith Lee, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Wardlow. Because usually when you have these Face of the Revolution ladder matches, it's mostly smaller guys that could do the aerial flips and just get the crowd popping. Although Keith Lee can do it, like Keith Lee's athleticism really impresses me. WWE fumbled the bag with him, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, like Keith Lee, like when I first saw him compete, and I saw him perform moves that I only see Rey Mysterio perform, I was at awe.
So yeah, even on Friday, what would I do was you'll be doing high flying moves at that sound.
This match is gonna be fun. I love the idea of seeing Orange Cassidy in a ladder match because I know he's just gonna be the most entertaining part of the match, like him just being all lazy, just casually climbing up a ladder. Can we please do a spot when Orange Cassidy when somebody throws a ladder, Orange Cassidy just casually dodges it out the way, all nonchalant. I would love to see that. That would be lit.
Yeah, this match is a toss-up.
Wardlow wins. Wardlow's actually my Wardlow and Keith Lee are actually my two picks to win this because like Wardlow basically they're building up this MJF needs him more than he needs MJF type of dynamic. And just imagine Wardlow wins, he becomes TNT champion, and then it eats away at MJF. The MJF doesn't have a championship yet. Just imagine, that's a good way to build the story.
Yeah, I agree. Because this match basically got three heavyweight. I Wardlow to win because Christian Cage be focused on helping Jurassic Express become better. Cassidy and Starks, I like all of them too, but yeah.
Keith Lee will lose, but still look good. And this doesn't have nothing to do with black wrestlers. He just got into AEW, so having them win wouldn't make sense. You make a good point. It'll be it'll kind of be like, oh, Keith Lee's being shoved down our throats. You want more patient booking with them? I get that.
Yeah, I agree with that because
Keith Lee is too early for any championship belt. Yeah, I can respect your opinion on that, most definitely.
Could you hook because Keith Lee just debuted and won a spot in the match.
It's too soon. It ain't nothing wrong with patient building. I get that.
I can see Keith Lee winning the championship in the next 3 to 4 months.
Keith said himself, I want to face everyone. Yeah, he did.
I would love to see Keith Lee versus Powerhouse Hobbs match.
Oh yeah. Powerhouse Hobbs, he's underrated. He's everyone probably just looks at him like, oh, he's just your average powerhouse, but no, Powerhouse Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, he's how can I put this? He's slowly becoming a young star in the making. He's got a lot of upside. He just need more seasoning in the ring, kind of like Jade Cargill.
Yeah, I agree because before Taz recruited him, he was proper wrestler. He wasn't really booked like that, to win something. But
if the rumors are true about Hit Row joining AEW, I would love to see Top Dollar versus Keith Lee on Rampage.
Oh, I love that, man.
Yeah. For the brief time he was in WWE, I was becoming a fan of Top Dollar's work. I just love Hit Row in general. That was a stable that just never really got a chance in WWE. I might have said that earlier in the video.
Every win was my favorite thing.
And their theme song was fire too. I'll get hype every time I hear it. Okay, so moving on to the next match. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. And this has been one of AEW's best rivalries. I gotta give it up. They won Match of the Year on Pro Wrestling Illustrated for that Lights Out match that they had. Personally, I didn't think it was Match of the Year, but it still was a good match. But that's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But still, this has been an amazing rivalry. And that match, that Lights Out match that they had, it was crazy. I've never seen women bleed like that before.
Yeah, this rivalry been past 5 months because
they always bring the best out of each other too. They always bring the best out of each other. They're like the Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa of AEW's women's division. Every time they get in the ring together, it's always gonna be fire.
Yeah. But I like DMD in the title reign, but I feel like Thunder Rosa going to win because she has yet to win a official match against her.
Thunder Rosa's winning, no doubt about it. Baker has been an amazing champion, but it's time for a new warrior, Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa is definitely a future AEW Women's Champion in the making, but personally, I don't think it's time for Britt Baker's title reign to end yet. But you know what? It could, and if it does end, Britt Baker had an amazing reign with some amazing matches. She's been champion for almost a year now. She won the title at Double or Nothing.
I believe she got about 258 days, something around there.
Huh?
I believe she's been champion for about 270 days, something around there.
Yeah, so So, my prediction, I got Britt Baker retaining. People say Athena's coming tonight. Ember Moon, that'll be a great addition to their women's division.
If Britt Baker retained, and Britt Baker going to Mike saying, I have defeated everybody in the back, and no one left me to defeat yet. And then you had Tina come out there.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw that match. That was a good match. I watched one.
The possibilities are endless. And Athena, Ember Moon, it's her 90-day non-compete clause is up, so it's a possibility she could be showing up tonight. You never know. I'm gonna keep that in mind as I watch, though.
Plus, also you don't know who might pop up. Tony Khan did Ring of Honor. You have numerous female wrestlers on Ring of Honor.
True.
You could see Roxy. Some challenger.
Yeah, you never know.
One of my favorites, CM Punk versus X-Roach.
Yeah, just like that, we move into the next matchup. CM Punk versus MJF in the dog collar match. Now, whoo! Let's talk about this one. Can I just say MJF is the top heel in wrestling, and he's only 25 years old, but he's going to go big in the wrestling industry, and he's already, in my book, going to be considered a first ballot Hall of Famer when it all goes down. He's going to go down as one of the greatest in the industry.
Yeah, you're right.
In the future.
At the young age of 25, he's one of the best heels they got right now.
Yep, he hasn't even reached this peak yet, and he's getting the type of heel heat that Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, Bobby Heenan, all Vince McMahon, Randy Orton, all those guys got back in the day.
Shoot, he got bigger heat than the Miz guy.
Oh yeah, and his promo skills are A+. That babyface promo that he cut a couple weeks ago, Oh my god, like, didn't he just draw you in with every single emotion? He actually made us and CM Punk feel sorry for him, and we actually got for like that whole promo, we got to hear the real MJF, like the MJF that's passionate about wrestling, and how he idolized CM Punk.
Yeah, that build up because all you hear is MGF coming out saying, is it? I don't think nobody can beat me back there. You hear CM Punk come out there, his childhood hero.
Punk closing the chapter book. Yeah, CM Punk could win. I think CM Punk's gonna win this. I think it's gonna be the end of the feud.
And
then MJF's gonna,
I got CM Punk. If you book close tonight, you got one more match. Good to see who's better.
Yeah. And then and then that promo last Wednesday on the Go Home show when he was like, the one trick that the devil did was tricking people into, hold on, let me rephrase that. The biggest trick that the devil did was convincing people that he doesn't exist. Like, he said the same thing that Punk said years ago in Ring of Honor. I was just like, yo, I love the callbacks in this rivalry.
Yeah, I caught that beat. That's a whole shoot. I remember that.
Like, yo, that's crazy. Man, it's gonna be a match. It's gonna be a fun match to watch. I'm telling you. If this is the most emotionally driven rivalry on the card tonight.
Yeah. Then also, I could see start after the night. It's going to be a good defense where Warlock separate Jeff.
Punk's next chapter is Jeff Hardy. Yep, like I said in the video earlier, I would definitely love to see him renew that rivalry. Oh yeah. And then right after that, we got one more match.
The main event.
Hangman Page versus Adam Cole, baby, for the AEW Championship.
This is my favorite match tonight because you have two former members of one of the best
Bullet Club
history.
The Bullet Club.
Yeah, one of the best.
And their rivalry goes back to the Ring of Honor days too. And like you know, Adam Cole and Hangman Page they're both big match performers in the main event. Like, if you look at Adam Cole and Ring of Honor, his run in NXT, like, you already know Adam Cole shows up in big matches, and Hangman Page, he's just been a 5-star machine these past couple of months. His title reign has been great. Beat Kenny Omega, had those 2 great matches with Bryan Danielson, that great death match with Lance Archer, like that spot where he did the buckshot lariat over the referee. I popped for that, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, this match is interesting too. Yeah, because Hangman Page, like Jurassic, they've been building them up for about 3 years in order to win championship. Hangman Page, this is his 3rd chance to win championship. And
this is the best paper. Oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
You can go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up what you were saying.
Yeah, I was saying that build up right. build up after 3 years from the winning championship, and now he's taking on any competitor that want to step up. You don't care how big or small they is.
Oh yeah, this is the best pay per view after Full Gear. I agree. This is gonna be better than Full Gear. Like AEW, their pay per views, minus a few, their pay per views are from front to back amazing.
Yeah, I agree because I don't know. Tony Khan is because that man thinks anything that can make pay-per-view and a good show interesting.
And the thing is about their pay per views is it's not monthly like it is in WWE, so that kind of like bores you out. No, they build slowly on TV, and then every couple months, once that pay per view go around, then they go all out. Pun fully intended, but
yeah, one thing I like about AEW is, like you said, it's not monthly, but Tony Khan and the creation team, he build up feuds and it might be long, but when a match happens, you gonna love it.
OMG, I love them both, but man, I don't know. I'm gonna say Cowboy. Yeah, like Hangman Page, he's been having a good title reign, but I'll be cool with Adam Cole winning the night too.
Yeah.
Because like I already know what type of great champion Adam Cole would be, and again, this will plant the seeds for the eventual Elite versus Undisputed Era feud. But I don't know. It depends on how fast Kenny Omega heals from his injuries.
Yeah, as much as I like Adam Cole is a good future AEW champion. I don't see him winning it anytime soon.
Adam Cole becoming AEW champion is inevitable as Thanos.
Yeah, I got Hangman Page winning. I don't see Hangman dropping it until like June, July time, or before that.
Okay. Yeah, I got Hangman Page retaining. Well, I don't know. It's up in the air. I'm gonna be up in the air with this one.
But if Hangman Page I would like Eddie Kingston after Jericho him to step up because Eddie Kingston deserves a championship run eventually.
Yeah, I agree.
Is anybody they gotta either Orange Cassidy, Eddie Kingston for I don't know. That's the only two I can come up with right now.
Do you think TNT channel is getting Ring of Honor soon? I wouldn't put it past them because like they got Ring of Honor and that was a good move for Tony Khan swooping in, purchasing the assets of Ring of Honor. So, but it's also rumored that they're putting all their content on HBO Max. That will also be a good business move. But if they're interested in reviving Ring of Honor under Tony Khan, then yeah, I'll be down for it on TNT. It depends though. They got to get a good time slot because NBA is on now, and once the finals begin, it's going to be they're going to have to keep moving around.
Yeah, I agree. TNT basketball, yeah. Ring of Honor, yeah. Tony Khan did the right choice first because you have a few Ring of Honor alumni from AEW, and Ring of Honor is one of the building stones. For years.
And this idea just popped into my head too. Just imagine, like, now that they have all the assets to Ring of Honor, they can do the invasion angle that WWE wish they could do with WCW. And then we can finally get those dream matches. Like we can get a big super card special pay-per-view event where it's the best of AEW versus the best in Ring of Honor. Just imagine.
He also New Japan wrestlers. He's like look at New Japan Pro Wrestling. Our wrestlers coming there soon too.
Yeah, that's a big possibility. Like, possibility is endless.
Yeah, because you got New Japan wrestlers like Minoru Suzuki, Jay White coming down from the AEW.
I want
the people is endless that can come up there. Just imagine up there and win.
I wanna just I just want to give AEW a big shout out for kicking down that forbidden door that's been closed for decades on a national scale, because like smaller wrestling promotions, they've been knocked down the forbidden door, but this hasn't been done on a national scale since I believe when WWE broke down the forbidden door with ECW. No, because TNA did a crossover with New Japan Pro Wrestling as well at one point in the early 2000s.
Yeah, one thing I can say about WWE and WWE invasion angle, that was a good
WWE's invasion angle?
Yeah. No,
their invasion angle flopped. That was trash.
No, I'm saying AEW, what AEW doing, like the Forbidden Door, you have wrestlers.
Breaking down the Forbidden Door?
Yeah, Forbidden Door, you have wrestlers that go participate in GCW, Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's so basically Tony Khan is giving wrestlers opportunity to go to any individual in the small companies and make a name for themselves.
Exactly. Like, it is all about giving the fans what they want. Like, this tribalism stuff is so toxic. I've said this plenty of times when I'm on here. Don't pick a side. Shut up. Enjoy all companies as a fan.
Yeah, because you got people like Matt Cardona winning championship in Impact in GCW, and then one example was Moxley.
Oh, and shout out to EC3, Braun Strowman, now known as Adam Shear, and all the others that are coming up and change your narrative. It's gonna be the next big wrestling promotion, and I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best in that. If y'all ever hear this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. The Forbidden Door, Monk win championship in AEW, PCW. I'm basically on end though. You have endless opportunity. Anybody can pop up any place.
Dennis is right. Darby Allin been with Defy Wrestling lately. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe Darby Allin approached. I believe I looked at something that Darby Allin approached some young wrestler. They offer him a contract, and when he get older, and he's gonna come wrestle for them when they get older.
But yeah, should be a good show tonight. It really should. But I got Hangman Page retaining.
Same here.
And Dave Meltzer is going to get out his pen and paper and write how a bunch of these matches are going to be 5-star. MLW should invade I would be down for that too. That'll be fire. MLW. Like MLW MLW kind of flies under the radar compared to the other wrestling promotions, but they got some talented wrestlers over there too. Jacob Fatu versus Keith Lee. Yep, sign me up. Sign me up, my guy. Like, there are so many dream matches that can come from an invasion. Myron Reeves versus Sammy for the TNT Championship belt. Yes, sir. You know the vibes.
But one match I want to see happen is Adam Cole versus Nick Aldis, Mickey James' husband.
Yeah, you want to talk about dream matches? Give me Hangman Page versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, since we're doing crossovers.
I would love to see that one.
For the one time, give me Kenny Omega versus Okada one more time.
Dude, every time them two lock up,
it's magic.
Dude, I remember New Japan that one time.
Shoot, like, for a future episode, we can do some dream match booking. I've been meaning to get a dream match episode out for the longest time. Switchblade versus, but yes, sir. Hook over here knows the vibes, man.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the anticipated week of how they would do this with Adam Cole and Jay White. Because, yeah, you have the dual version of the Bullet Club with the addition of the Good Brothers. G.O.D's out, so... Oh,
Trey
Miguel versus Pentagon.
Yes, sir. Man.
Trey Miguel is building up to one of the best X Division champions in history.
Man, so many dream matches to come from this. The possibilities are endless.
You talking about dream match? I want to see
Sorry, I had to mute my microphone. I'm back.
You good? But if you're talking about dream match, I would like to see a match between Briscoes and the Hardy Boys.
Imagine if Trey Miguel becomes a free agent. Man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I would love to also his in the AEW, but he just re-signed with Impact.
Man, oh man. But we got all our predictions out the way. I think we're gonna call it an episode right now. But hey, Hook, glad you chimed in. We appreciate you coming in, chatting with us, and you have some good wrestling takes, man. Like, maybe one day I'll have you on the show. You never know.
Yep.
Appreciate you guys too. Yeah, most definitely. A passionate wrestling fan is always a good friend of mine. But that concludes our episode of the but that concludes our episode of the main event. Don't forget to tell your friends, family, and any others about us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
All right, yeah.
And enjoy Revolution.